Welcome to The Explainer. What if I told you your next career move might not come from a person, a recruiter, or even your network, but from an AI? Well, get ready, because we're about to break down how one of the biggest names in technology is planning to completely upend the world of professional hiring. For what? Over a decade now, one single platform has absolutely dominated how we connect professionally and find jobs online. But you know what they say, the bigger they are. Well, a powerful new challenger, armed with some of the most advanced AI on the planet, has officially stepped into the ring. And that challenger is, you guessed it, OpenAI, the company that brought us ChatGPT. They are making an incredibly bold move, wading directly into the recruitment space and setting their sights squarely on the king of the hill, LinkedIn. Now, I want you to forget everything you know about job boards. This isn't just another website with listings. It's not about slapping a new coat of paint on an old idea. This is about building something from the ground up, using OpenAI's single greatest asset, its world-class AI, to fundamentally rethink the connection between a person's talent and a company's needs. This quote right here from their chief applications officer gets to the absolute heart of their mission. They're not just trying to build a better search bar. The promise here is that their AI can find the perfect match with a kind of precision and understanding that's just never been possible before. So think of it less like a catalog of jobs and more like a proactive matchmaker. Instead of you spending hours scrolling through endless, irrelevant listings, this system is designed to actively find you. It's a fundamental shift away from just matching keywords on a resume and towards a much deeper, genuine understanding of skills and potential. Okay, so that all sounds pretty amazing, right? But how does this AI matchmaker actually work? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the three core pillars that are going to power this whole new hiring engine. So the whole thing really rests on these three pillars working together. First, you've got the AI matching engine, which goes way beyond resumes. Second, there's a totally new certification system, so you can actually prove your skills. And third, they're building out specific tracks to make sure this works for everyone, from massive corporations to small local businesses and even government agencies. And here's where it gets really, really clever. The training and the certification, it's not some separate online course you have to go buy. It is all built directly into ChatGPT. So you'll literally be taught and then tested by the very same AI that you're learning how to master. The tool is also the teacher. What this does is it creates a super clear, standardized ladder for all of us. You can officially signal your exact level of AI skill to an employer, whether you're just getting started with the basics or you're already a pro at advanced prompt engineering. For recruiters, this is huge. It takes all the guesswork out of the equation. But you have to understand, this is so much bigger than just a new product launch. This whole initiative is part of a much grander, more ambitious plan to fundamentally reshape the entire American workforce for the new age of AI. And the scale of that ambition is just staggering. OpenAI has publicly stated its goal is to certify 10 million Americans in AI fluency by 2030. Let that sink in. 10 million. This isn't a niche project. This is a national-level workforce development program. So how in the world do you hit a number that big? Well, they know they can't do it alone. They're building this massive coalition of partners, everyone from corporate giants like Walmart all the way down to local city governments, all to get these certifications into the hands of millions of people. Now, this is where the story gets really, really juicy. This incredibly bold move into the job market creates a fascinating and, let's be honest, a very awkward strategic problem for OpenAI's biggest investor and partner, Microsoft. This slide really lays out the conflict perfectly. OpenAI is now taking direct aim at two of Microsoft's crown jewels. On the one hand, they're gunning for LinkedIn, which Microsoft owns. At the same time, there are reports they're developing their own AI hardware, which could threaten Microsoft's massive Azure cloud business. It's a potential battle on both the software and the hardware fronts. And this quote just nails it. For Microsoft, this isn't just some random new competitor popping up. This is a threat coming from inside the house. The company they've poured billions of dollars into is now directly challenging two of their most critical business lines. Talk about complicated. So as we look ahead toward that 2026 launch, you can bet the entire tech industry is watching very, very closely. Because for OpenAI to actually pull this off, they have to navigate some really critical and very public hurdles. But look, success is not a sure thing, not by a long shot.
They've got three huge questions to answer. First, and maybe most importantly, can they build an algorithm that's actually fair and avoids bias? Second, will we, the users, the job seekers, the employers, actually trust an AI with these life-changing decisions? And finally, there's the practical, nitty-gritty question. Can this thing even plug into the thousands of different HR systems that companies already use?
But, and it is a big but, if they can overcome these challenges, wow, the impact could be absolutely massive. We could be looking at a fundamental shift in how we value skills, how companies find talent, and how every single one of us charts our own professional journey. And that really leaves us with this final powerful thought. We're moving beyond AI as just a tool we use at work to a world where AI could be the gatekeeper of work itself. So the question is no longer if AI is going to be involved in your career, but how deeply. And maybe, just maybe, will your next job offer come directly from an AI?